Hello from Willow Springs International Raceway then for race 2 of the Ultimate Racing League BTCC Replica Championship. So without further ado, let's go straight to the grid. So based on the finishing positions from race 1, so in pole position again, we've got Team Silver, Jim Bob in 2nd, Firepower 3rd, Prime Machine 4th, Hamza 5th, Ginger in 6th, Pablo 7th, Excalibur 8th, Lee Whip in 9th, Dan in 10th and Potsy in 11th. So Potsy's actually joined us here for race 2. Didn't quite make it for race 1. So we've got 11 cars in the mix here in race 2. Most of them are going with mediums, as you can see. A couple or 3 of them with the super softs. So let's get to the action then. So I hope it's as good as race 1. Don't see why not. Revs are up then. Lights are on, we're looking at Team Silver, and away we go. Bit of wheel spin from Team Silver, but it's not a clean start for everybody again. Head up for turn 1. Team Silver then, still there, Prime with another great start in the Beamer. Gets herself, does he up the inside of Team Silver? No, not quite, but good start from the BMW again. So he does actually get past Jim Bob, who's running a little bit wide, I think. No, he's not. Just letting Prime go through, I think, actually, but he's going to stick with him. So Prime Machine, to see if he can have a better race here in race 2. Didn't have a bad race 1, but he's going to be looking at picking up some more points this time round. So Jim Bob then, right behind, and Firepower also right up there. Hamza in 5th, Excalibur 6th, Ginger 7th. Dan in 8th, and over the rise and then along this fast stretch as they then head round to the right-handers that just keep going. And this is where at the end of this, right to the final bend, it gets a bit tricky about where Team Silver is now. Can really, if you're going to be a bit careful, the apex is quite blind there. If you're not careful, you'll be off. Someone is, and I think that's Excalibur, I think. Not too sure, but load of dust, I think it was, but load of dust threw up anyway. So Excalibur there in 6th, Ginger, Dan, and Lee Whip, and we've got Pablo in 10th with Potsy in 11th. So got to try and get used to the track, not having been here for race 1, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to it. So Team Silver still there, out in front, and he's becoming a bit like a Wadru from League 1, isn't he? Getting out there in front and becoming the man that everyone has to beat at the moment. Here in League 3. All looking to be promoted at the end of the season to top 3 or 4, I believe, go up, so plenty to play for. Oh, and he does run a bit wide there, Team Silver, so that's going to slow him down a little bit. It's going to give Prime Machine the opportunity to just get a bit closer. And Firepower, who's gone with him, and Firepower is looking absolutely on it. Them Scirocco's are quick around here. And these 3 have pulled away a gap over Excalibur and the rest. Jim Bob slipped back down to 5th, so not what he wanted here in race 2. And he's trying to stick, well, he's stuck with Excalibur. He would have wanted to be a little bit higher up there, especially where he was 2nd on the grid, I believe. And so he's down by 3 spots already. We're only on lap 3, and nearly hits the back of Excalibur, nearly runs wide, but gathers it up. Lee close behind in 6th then, so here comes the other. Oh, and he goes past Jim Bob, does he, Lee? He does. Jim Bob just ran a bit wide. Give Lee the opportunity to get past, and he obliged. So up to 5th is Lee, so he's looking strong here in race 2. Jim Bob, has he got an issue? His indicator's going. Is that just, did he just knock it with his hand, or is he trying to tell the other drivers that he's pulling over? Or he's got an issue maybe, I don't know, but anyway, Ginger, 7th, Oh, and Hamza, and he's doing a bit of a Dan Bailey, although, yeah, I was going to say he's gathered it up not too badly actually. He's going to get back on it, but he's only lost a couple of spots, I believe, there. But yeah, it wasn't quite as bad as Dan. But that is the infamous place where they all go wrong, and Pablo's going to take him, courtesy of that. Potsy, his teammate, not too far behind either now. So, typical sort of place there, where everyone does go off. Here at Willow Springs International Raceway. Firepower then, still putting the pressure on Prime Machine. Team Silver, again, it's just creeping away, lap by lap, just increasing that gap, and yeah, he's gone. So he's eyeing up a double here, again, here in round 4. Firepower is eyeing up a second place. And why not? So, right up behind Prime, coming up to the turn 1. I don't think it's going to be close enough to get him. You're not going to get him on the outside, but he might do the switchback, maybe. Going to see if he can brake first and then just get underneath him, but no, he's not close enough. So, remains in 3rd. Excalibur then just goes past Lee on turn 1, so Excalibur up to 4th. So he's having a better race this time. Lee just drops back down to 5th. Just caught the back end of that pass. Just got him nicely, nice and clean at turn 1. So Lee then is going to hang on the back of him. See if he can get that position back again. Not quite there. Dan up to 6th. So actually, better race this time. But of course, he's kept himself on the black stuff this time so far. So that's always a bonus. Ginger 7th, and then this little battle here between Pablo and Hamza. Hamza fighting back. Pablo passed him when he went off. But Hamza is not giving up, and he's got him. Pablo ran wide. Hamza took him. So Hamza up to 8th then. Probably slightly annoyed with himself that he went off. Potsy in 10th. Jim Bob right away back to 11th, so he had an issue. He had his indicator going, and in fact he's still going, and yeah, he's obviously clearly got an issue. He's coasting around this track now, so that's unfortunate. Not sure what the issue is. We'll probably find out after the race, but yeah, it's unfortunate for him. So back up top then. Team Silver, well, got time to admire the view out here in the desert. Having said that, it's not much of a view, it's a bit barren, isn't it? But you know what I mean. Firepower, he's got past Prime, so there you go. He's got him. Firepower. Again, I missed the pass, but he's got Prime Machine. Takes himself up to 2nd, and we're about halfway through the race now, so he's a little bit earlier than race 1 to get the pass done. So he's got now time. I'm not sure if he's going to get Team Silver, in all honesty, but you know, funny things have happened and you never know. Of course, Prime Machine's not going to give up, although that's not going to help, is it? But he's not going to give up. They're there somewhere within the dust, but you know, I think there's a car in the pits that can only be Jim Bob, can't it? So clearly a mechanical issue there somewhere. So Prime then continue to chase down Firepower. Lee in 4th then, looking comfortable, not under any real pressure at the moment. So he's just going to be trying his best to try and get onto the latch onto the back of Prime Machine and Firepower ahead of him. And then Dan got up to 5th now, so Dan making his way slowly through the order, but again, I think he's going to be too far back to really do anything about the guys up in front of him. Hamza 6th, Excalibur 7th. There he is. Still trying to be chased down by Pablo, and then Ginger in 9th. He's gone off again, or just caught him going off, just coming back on there. So Ginger down to 9th then, so maybe he's on the medium tyres in this race. Potsy in 10th, and yet it was Jim Bob who's in the pits that I thought he must have been. He was the only one that was out there coasting, so thought I'd better check anyway. So Firepower then, 2nd place, yes, well clear of Prime Machine now. So maybe you might have time to catch Team Silver. You never know. Still got 6 minutes of this race left, so in theory there's plenty of time, but really he could do with Team Silver just making a little mistake somewhere just to help his cause, because if he doesn't, it's going to be a big ask, I think, to win the race. But 2nd to do nicely, that's for sure. Oh, Prime's picked up a penalty, must have cut the corner somewhere. So he's got a small part of it to get rid of. And Lee, not really close enough, so could probably going to have time to get rid of this and still remain in 3rd. But of course it will slow him down a little bit, but we'll see. Let's see where he gets it off. And he's getting it off now, there you go. Well, most of it anyway. There's the rest of it. Almost, there we go. All gone now, so yeah, obviously it's slowed him down. Lee's obviously closer, but such was the gap. Wasn't really under any sort of pressure. But Lee's seen it, and now he can smell a podium. So it's been absolutely wringing the neck out of that McGann to try and get up to 3rd. Dan, meanwhile, still in 5th. Bit of a gap back to from the back of Lee. He's Dan. So as I said, I think he's quite settled there for 5th at the moment. The whole race really is quite settled. I think this is probably the closest battle now, if you can call it a battle really. Lee doing all he can to try and get onto the back of Prime. I think the gap between Firepower and Team Silver looks to still be about the same, but a great race so far from Firepower. Probably one of his best races actually. I think he'd be the first to admit that. There he is. Absolutely no pressure from anybody from behind. These two coming around them sweeping right-handers. Prime will be hoping that he can just keep it clean, not make any mistakes, and hope that Lee makes a mistake or obviously doesn't catch him, so then he can get that 3rd place. He can do the points, can Prime. Oh, and Lee, did he get? He is closer actually. Look at this from Lee. Must have got great drive through there. So did Prime miss a gear, or was that just good drive from Lee? Nevertheless, look at this. He's on him. With a couple of minutes left, he can smell 3rd place. Well, he can see 3rd place, can't he? So he's on it. I think he's going to have him, you know. He's on the wrong side though. Prime's defending the inside line. Ooh, come round a little bit. I thought he was going to nudge him then as he pulled out wide, but no, it's fine. Lee right up the side of him now, but again he's on the wrong side. Is Lee? He's going to have to try and switch it back and try and get on that inside, but if he could just stay with him, he's got the time. Sticking with this. Everything else is settled. Oh, he's made a mistake, is he Prime? No, we thought he had. Thought we'd run wide now. Can he get the inside here, Lee. This is a tricky part. He can't really pass anywhere on this particular section. But the next part, the fast. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there, Lee. That might have been his opportunity. He might have. Well, he might actually get one more lap in here, possibly. Let's keep watching though, because this was the opportunity to pass down here, but he's not close enough at the moment due to that little slip up back there. But yeah, they're going to easily get another lap in here. Come around that tricky last corner. Oh, and Prime, he's messed up. He's gone wide. He's going to lose it for sure, and he has. So Lee, exactly what he wanted Prime to do, fell into his trap, and you're laughing all the way to the bank, Will Lee. Having said that though, Prime's going to fight back. So we are going to be on the final lap now. There he is. Oh, and Lee runs wide, so stick with this for the second, just to see if Lee can get through this next section pretty clean, then he might have it. So let's just go back to the leader then, because just coming around that last section, I'd like to see him coming over the finish line. Pablo and Ginger and the rest behind the finish, they didn't get another lap in. So Team Silver then, congratulations, number 2. 2 out of 2 here at Willow Springs International Raceway. Good drive, so Team Silver with victory. Firepower with a good second place. Good racing again from him. Lee Whip in 3rd. Gets himself on the podium. Oh, Prime goes off again, but he's going to get 4th, is Prime. Then it's going to be Hamza in 5th. Coming round the final bend now. Excalibur 6th. Pablo 7th. Ginger 8th. Dan in 9th. Potsy in 10th. And we know that Jim Bob never really finished, but he's in the pit. So that's your race 2. Join me again for race 3 shortly, and yeah, please join me then.